Now we are going to generate a finite element equation for a given figure. That is, this is our given figure by using direct approach and potential energy approach. Okay, that is, every machine consists of a number of elements such as a spring element, somewhere spring elements, somewhere shafts are there. So springs are also a mandatory component in our machine. So that's why we are finding the relation between the force and deflection. Okay, force and deflection with respect to stiffness. Okay, we are finding the relation between the force and deflection with respect to stiffness of the element. That is, some machines consist of springs. That's why we are using. We should analyze. We should know how much force is applied on particular component and how much deflection is occurred in a particular component depending upon force. Okay, this is in this lecture we are going to derive the relation between the force and deflection with respect to stiffness. Okay, by using direct approach and potential energy approach. So here this entire system consists of three springs. Here 1 and 2 and 3. These are all spring elements. Okay, and the nodes, here one node is there, second node and third node is there. Okay, at forces is applied. Here one force, that is F1. Like this is one force. F1 is applied at node 1 and F2 is applied at node 2 and F3 is applied at node 3. Okay, here we are going to derive the relation between the finite element equation, the relation between the force and deflection. Okay, now by using direct approach. Okay, so first initially I am taking direct approach. Okay, so take this. Approach. This direct approach means resolving the forces along x direction only. Okay, resolving the same at node 1, from node 1 and node 2, node 3. This process is called as direct approach. That is resolving the forces along that is force applied direction. Okay, at node 1 and node 2 and node 3. For example, so at node 1, so we know that U1 and U2 and U3 are displacements at node 1, 2, 3. Okay, at node 1 and 2 and 3, and delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 are the extension at node 1, 2 and 3. Okay, that is U1, U2, U3 are the displacement at node 1, U1, U2 and U3. But delta 1 and delta 2 are the extension at node 1. Okay, now at node 1, the force is applied in this direction. That is, here some springs force are developed. That is, if the force is forward direction, the spring force is acting in opposite direction. Okay, it is trying to keep it in stationary. Okay, that's why the spring force is acting in opposite direction. If the force is applied in forward direction, the spring force is applied in opposite direction. Okay, the spring force here is K1 into delta 1. because K1 is stiffness, its units is Newton per mm, and reflection is in mm cancel, so remaining these forces are applied. Okay, that is spring applied force is K1 into delta 1 in opposite direction. If the force is applied in forward direction. Okay, now at node 1 the forces are minus K1 delta 1. Okay, minus K1 delta 1. Here we should write the relation between U and delta. That is, we should know the relation between the U and delta. So I am writing here U1 delta 1, it is equal to delta 1 means the extension of the node 1. Extension node 1 is exactly U1, but extension of 2 to second node extension is U2 minus U1. Okay, that is subtract the displacement of the node 1. Okay, these are the displacements. Okay, extension is the deflection at node 2 or node 1 and node 3. Extension means deflection. Okay, that is here at node 2 the deflection is displacement of the second node minus displacement of the first node. At the same time, delta 3 is also U3 minus U. This is very important to know that is to solve this problem. Okay, we should have some knowledge regarding this relation, how to write these relations. Okay, that is really not relations. We should write deflection and displacement relations. Okay, now take at node 1, at node 1, the forces are F1 in forward direction and K1 delta 1 in opposite direction. That is spring force is applied in opposite direction. Okay, and that is it is in negative. Okay, next plus K2 that is at node 2, it is in between the these forces, it is in between the spring 1 and spring 2. That's why I am writing the displacement at node, the force is applied in forward direction at spring 2, that is K2 into delta 2. At the same time, force also it is in positive direction, F2, total force is equal to 0. I am already told you how to write this equation. So once again I will tell you, I am repeating here, minus K1 it is in applied and opposite direction, force is applied in forward direction, the spring element applied in opposite direction, that is spring force is applied in opposite direction. That's why I am writing here, I am writing here in opposite direction, that is it is in negative direction, this one. Okay, next, but this impact on this spring elements, so that's why I write it here, the spring force in the same direction, applied direction, this is applied direction, K2 delta 2. Okay, plus F2 is also in forward direction, that's why I write it here in positive direction. Now substitute delta 1 and delta 2 and delta 2 value here. Okay, now substitute minus K1 delta 1 means U1 plus K2 delta 2 means U2 minus U1 plus F1, this one F1 is equal to 0. Now minus substitute, simplify this equation, U1 plus K2 U2 minus K2 U1 plus F1 is equal to 0. Okay, so entire this component. So simplify this. First initially simplify this minus k1 minus q1 minus k1 plus k2 into here k1 u1 minus k2 u2. So I'm taking in outside minus, and here is u1, here u1 and here u1. That's why I'm taking outside. Okay, plus k2 u2 plus f2 is equal to 0. That is, I'm writing this component. Okay, plus here u1 is there, here also u1 is there. That's why I'm writing here is k1 plus k2 minus and outside, and u1 plus k2 u2 plus f2. For my convenience, I will write here, that is f2 it is equal to k1 plus k2 u1 plus k2 u2. So this is equation number 1. Okay, this is equation number 1. Now at node 2, write the equation. Please write the equation here at node 2. That is, it is in between the element that is string element 2 and 3. That okay. That is, it is impact F2 force in U2, U1 and U2. Okay, U1 and U2 here, and U3 also. Okay, I will write here. That is the entire equation. I will generate one equation for that physical problem. Okay, now write it. Minus K2 delta 2. That is, if force F2 is applied in forward direction, if the force is applied in forward direction, the spring elements applied force in opposite direction. So that's why I write here in negative. Okay, now in opposite direction, plus K3 delta 3 plus F2, it is equal to 0. Okay, so I'm repeating again. That is, I'm repeating here. Minus K2, that is F2 force at node 2. I'm writing at node 2. Okay, F2 force is applied in forward direction. The K2, that is a spring applied force, is in opposite direction. That's why I write it here in negative direction. Okay, next, that is, this force impact on this element. It is also forward direction. Okay, forward force. That is, the spring is feels in forward force. Okay, and F2. This is there any space here? No. Okay, I will write here. Okay. Now substitute all those values. Deflection is K2 delta 2 means here U2 minus U1 plus K3 into delta 3 means U3 minus U2 plus F3 is equal to 0. Now, so simplify entire equation here. Okay, I will write here. Simplify this. Simplify this. So simplify minus K2 U2 plus K2 U1 plus K3 U3 plus minus K3 into U2 plus F3 is equal to 0. Check it. So here simplify this with respect to, that is, simplify this entire equation. Okay, minus K2 into U2. Okay, minus K2 minus plus here, I write it here. Minus K2, sorry, K2 into U1, that is plus K2 U1 Okay, here K3 into U3, K3 into U3 minus K3 into U2, K3 into U2 plus F3 is equal to 0. Now take outside displacement. So take it outside. So only U1 here only one component, and here that is K2 U1 and U2 here one component and here another component. Okay, so that's why I write in negative, both are negative direction, K2 K3, that is K2 plus K3 into U2. Okay, next here only one K3 is there, plus K3 plus F3 is equal to 0. So just I am simplifying here only. Okay, taking outside displacement, taking outside, that is here U3 is there, K3 into U3. Okay, here. Okay, now simplify this equation. So sorry, this is F2. F2 is equal to minus K2 U1 plus K2 plus K3 into U2. Okay, minus K3 U2. This is equation number 2. So just I am simplifying here. So here also 2. Okay, just I am right after writing this equation, I simplified like this. That is substituted all the displacements here. Okay, that is delta 2 here, U2 minus U1, and K3, delta 3 means U3 minus U2. So substituted here. So after substitution, so I am simplifying and multiplying with K2, its entire equation, this entire component, and K3 with K3, this entire equation. I will get this equation, and I am writing outside displacement here U1, U2, U3. So U1 is only K2 only. So that's why I am writing here. So next, I am sending entire this equation in the other side. That is RHS, left hand right side. Okay. So finally I got, that is like this. Okay. Now at node 3, at node 3. So write the equation. Write it the equation. Okay. Now that is minus K3 delta 3 in negative direction. If applied force is forward direction, it is equal to 0. Only minus K3 delta 3 plus F3. Only one force, that two forces is acting at a node 3, such as if force is F3 is applied in forward direction, the opposite direction, the spring force is applied in opposite direction. Okay, if the force is applied in forward direction, the spring force is applied in opposite direction. So separated here. Okay, and the equation. Now substitute delta 3 value. Delta 3 value means U3 minus U2. Okay, minus K3 U3 minus U2 plus F3 is equal to 0. So that means I will write here. So I am multiplying the entire equation K3 into U3 plus K3 into U2 plus F3 is equal to 0. Okay, then write F3 equation. F3 is equal to F3, you can write K3 minus K3 U2 plus K3 U3. This is third equation. Okay, third equation we got like this. So finally we got three equations. Okay, so these three equations. Okay, write entire equations. That is from equation 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, we can write here f1, f2 and f3. Let's just write from equation 1 and 2 and 3, write it in a matrix form. So f is equal to, we know that that is finite element equation. Finite element equation means f is equal to a into u. Okay, so just writing like this, like that. Okay, so stiffness matrix here k1 plus k2 u1, some u2 and u3. Okay, now write it. So u1 value is k1 plus k2, k1 plus k2 minus k2. Here there is no k3 value, that's why that is u3 value, that's why I write here is 0. Okay, next second equation. Second is f2. F2 is also already I have written. U1 value is minus k2. Okay, u2 value is k1 plus k2. Sorry, k2 plus k3. K2 plus k3, and finally we got minus k3. Okay, next third equation. Here is 0, there is no u1 value here. Next, minus k3 plus k3. Okay, this is symmetric matrix. Okay, so diagonal, that is symmetric matrix. Okay, this is the symmetric matrix. This is the finite element equation. Okay, for this spring element, entire spring element, this is the finite element equation. If you know the stiffnesses of that particular that is spring constant, we know if you know the stiffnesses of this particular element, so substitute all those stiffness here and forces, then we will get the deflections. Okay, if you know the deflections and stiffnesses, so that is, if you know deflections and stiffnesses, so we can calculate how much force is applied on particular component. Okay, this is the entire equation. Okay, this process is called direct approach process. Okay, this process is called as direct approach process. I will write you again. K1 plus K2 minus K2 0 here minus K2 plus K3 minus K2. Okay, here 0 minus K3 here K3. Okay, this is the finite element equation through direct approach. Okay, now take another process, that is second process is potential energy approach. Okay, Okay, I will exchange. We know that potential energy is equal to strain energy minus work done. Okay. Now, strain energies for entire string elements K1, K2, K3. So we can write strain energies, that is half K1 delta 1 square plus half K2 delta 2 square plus half K3 delta 3 whole square minus F1 U1 minus F2 U2 minus F3 U2. This is the strain energy in each element. At the element 1, strain energy is equal to half K1, that is stiffness, into its deflection square. Okay. So finally we got this equation. So now substitute all these delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. Where delta 1 we know that half K1 U1 square plus half K2. Delta 2 means U2 minus U1 minus U1 whole square. Okay. Plus 1 by 2 K3. Delta 3 means U3 minus U3 minus U2 whole square minus F1 U1 minus F2 U2 minus F3. Okay. Now at node 1 dou pi by dou U1 is equal to 0. Okay, dou pi by, that is minimum potential energy approach. Okay, dou pi by dou U1 is equal to 0. So then, substitute all those values here. Dou by dou U1 into pi value is 1 by 2 K1 U1 square plus 1 by 2 K2 U2 minus U1 whole square plus 1 by 2 K3 U3 minus U2 whole square minus F1 U1 minus F2 U2 minus F3 U3. Okay, now it is equal to 0. So differentiate with respect to the entire equation, differentiate with respect to U1. Then, so here U1 is there, 1 by 2 U1, that is x square, differentiation is 2x. So that's why I write here 2 into K1 into U1. Okay, next. Otherwise, write like this. Of, I will write here, of K1, differentiation U1 difference 2U1, okay, plus, here there is a U1, 1 by 2 into K2 into 2 into U2 minus U1. U1 differentiation is also minus 1, okay. Now, here there is no U1, that's why we will write here in 0. Okay, next here is U1 is there minus F1, U1 is there, that is its differentiation is 1. So remaining entire components like this becomes like this. Okay, only F1. Here there is no U2, so that's why constant differentiation is 0. This is also 0, is equal to 0. So now here 2 is cancelled and Here 2 is also cancelled, and minus multiplication, and finally we got k1 u1 minus is there, minus k2 u2 minus u1 minus f1 equal to 0. So this equation becomes, so minus k1 u1 minus multiply k2 u2 plus k2 u1 minus f1 is equal to 0. Okay, I will write here f1 this side, so that is simplified first. k1 u1 is here, u1 is there, here is also u1 is there, so my equation u1 k1 plus k2 into u1, here u2 minus k2 into u2 minus f1 is equal to 0. Finally we got f1 is equal to, that is finally I send this f1 into another side, that is RHS. Finally we got f1, it is equal to k1 plus k2 u1 minus k2 into u2. This is equation number 1. In minimum, that is potential energy approach, we got one equation. So it is similar to our first equation because it is another method, that's it. So solution is same in both the cases, solution is same, finite element equation is same, but the approach is different, that is process is different. Okay, next, at node 2, dou pi by dou u2 is equal to 0. So finally we got, so this is the equation, pi equation. So differentiate this entire equation with u2. Okay, so dou pi by, know that dou by dou u2, so you know that u2, that is pi value here is of k1 u1 square plus of u2 minus u1 square plus of k3 minus u2 square minus f1 u1 minus f2 u2 minus f3 u3 is equal to 0. Now, differentiation is equal to 0. So now differentiate this entire equation with respect to u2. Okay, after differentiation we will get here is there is no u2 component, that's why this component is 0. Next, here u2 is there, here u2 is there. Okay, u2 is there, that's why I write here. The differentiation, after differentiation it will become k2 into 2 into u2 minus u1. Okay, next, here also u2 is there plus 1 by 2 into 2 k3, sorry, k3 into 2 into u3, here some minus 1, you forget minus 1, so plus 1. Okay, that is x square differentiation is 2 into 2x and u2 differentiation is 1, so we don't want to mention here. 1 is 1 by 2 e3 this one into 2 into u3 minus u2. Here minus 1 is there, minus u2 is there, differentiation is minus 1, that's why I have written here minus 1. Here f1 u1, that is constant parameter with respect to u2, so that's why I write here is 0, and u2 differentiation is minus, that is 1. Finally we got f2. Here is also 0 because u2 differentiation is there is no u2, that's why I written here is 0 is equal to 0. Now here u2 is cancelled, here also 2 is cancelled, and here is minus 1 is there, so multiply entire equation with respect to minus 1. So finally we got k2 into u2 minus u1 minus is here, minus k3 into u3 minus u2 here, minus f2 is equal to 0. Okay, it gives ratio. So multiply this element into k2 into u2 and k3, so multiply with k3 to the entire equation. Okay, now here after simplification we will get k2 into u2 minus k2 u1, okay, minus k3 u3 plus k3 u2 is equal to 0. Finally we got this equation, minus f2 is equal to 0. Finally we got like this. Okay, so now simplify this. After simplification, here u1 is there, only one u1 is there, so finally minus k to u1, and here u2 is there, and here is also u2 is there, so this is positive, this is also positive, so finally we got this is positive, k2 plus k3 k2 plus k3 into u2, so here u2, here u2. Okay, next u3 value is 1, only 1, that is minus k3 u3, so minus k3 u3 minus f3 is equal to 0. This will become f2 is equal to let's write it, minus k2 u1 plus k2 plus k3 u2 minus k3. Finally we got second equation. So this is first equation, this is second equation. Okay, I will show you. Now take node 3. At node 3, at node 3, dou pi by dou u3 is equal to 0. So that is this entire equation differentiate with respect to u3 and equal to 0. So now dou by dou u3 into pi value is 1 by 2 k1 u1 square plus of k2 u2 minus u1 whole square plus of k3 into u3 minus u3 u3 minus u2 whole square minus f1 u1 minus f2 u2 minus f3 u3, it is equal to 0. Okay, so differentiation this entire equation, it is equal to 0. Okay, now differentiate entire equation with respect to u3. So here there is no u3, so it will become 0. Here also there is no u3, it will become also 0. Okay, here only one u3 is there, that is right here 0, right here 0 plus 0 0 0, here is there 1 by 2 k3 differentiation, u3 is there, so x square differentiation is 2 into 2x, that is u3 minus u2, so u3 differentiation is 1. I will not mention here, that is I am not mentioned here, so because one value is that I mentioned there. Okay, next one, f1 is 0, f2 is also 0, differentiation with respect to u2, and here is f3 is there, that is u3 is there, differentiation is for this element is minus f3, it is equal to 0. Now finally we got like this, so the 2 cancel here, k3 into u3 minus u2 minus f3 is equal to 0. This will become k3 u3 minus k3 u2, that is first u2, and then first k3 u2 plus k3, so so simplify this equation, k3 u3 minus k3 u2 minus f3 is equal to 0. So simplify this, that is I will write this equation like this, k3 u2 plus k3 u3, that is I am writing in some arrangement only. Okay, now I am taking only order u1 u2 u3. Okay, minus it is equal to that is this equation will become f3, just I am sending outside, will become minus k3 u2 plus k3 u3. Okay, this is the third equation. Okay, this is the third equation from equation 1 and 2 and 3, from equation 1 and 2 and 3. Back in write entire these three equation. This is the one equation I got. This is the another equation I got, and this is the third equation I got. Okay, so writing these three equation in matrix form, finally we got, that is we know that f is equal to kq, f is equal to kq. Okay, that is kq in, that is finite element equation. Okay, write in order. This is f1, f2 and f3. Okay, it is equal to stiffness matrix into u1, u2 and u2. Here first equation f1 is equal to k1 plus k2 and minus k2 k3 is 0. Second equation v1 is minus k2, here k1 plus k2, so k2 plus k3 here, k2 plus k3, and here is minus k3 only. Okay, next third equation, here minus k3, sorry, there is no u value, u1 value, that's why I am giving here 0. Next is minus k3 and plus k. This is a symmetric matrix. So finally we got same equations in both the cases. That is direct approach method, we got the same equation, and potential energy method, in potential energy method is also we got same equations. Okay, so similar equations. Okay, I will show you another equation in one frame. So see this. So direct approach method, we got f1, f2, f3, it is equal to k1 plus k2 minus k2, 0, minus k2, k2 plus k3, minus k3, and 0, minus k3, k3, u1, u2, u3. So same equation we got finally. Same equation we got. That is both the methods are used for solving solving spring problems. So that is we know very well about that spring elements. So many places we are seeing some missions having this type of constructions also. We should know the relation between the deflection and forces. Okay, depending upon stiffness. If you know the stiffnesses, that is spring element stiffnesses and forces, directly we can substitute it there, and finally we got what amount of deflection is occurred. Okay.